Hi Sagittarius, I'm Honeymoth Tarot and today I'm going to be doing your April 2025 read. So before we begin, I just want to tell you a little bit about the full moon in April, just because I feel like full moons offer us a sort of guidance or theme for each month. So this particular full moon will be happening around the 12th, 13th of April, kind of depends where you are in the world. And it will be in the sign of Libra, so essentially that means that there is an emphasis on balance, harmony, equilibrium, as well as romantic relationships. Right, so let's get into the read. What does Sagittarius need to know for the month of April? So we have Temperance, which is your energy. So definitely feeling high vibe, kind of more aligned this month, or working towards being more aligned. So what else does Sagittarius need to know for the month of April? We have the Three of Cups. So feeling more connected, especially with friends at this time, with the Three of Cups energy here. Yeah, there's definitely something about like mixing or like connectedness, combining something this month. We have the Strength card, which is Leo energy. The Strength is usually about like mentally overcoming something. Mental strength rather than physical strength. I kind of feel like it's about I mean, of course, you may be like spending more time with friends this month, but I kind of feel like it's about becoming your own friend and like treating yourself with compassion. So I kind of feel as though that's going to be more like being kinder to yourself, kind of recognizing maybe behaviors, thought patterns, and kind of looking at it from the perspective if like your friend was behaving that way, kind of the way that you would console them, give them advice, help take care of them, but kind of, you know, doing that for yourself. Then we have the Queen of Cups, which again could be seen as that compassion. But it could also be, you know, like a very caring, friend that you feel quite connected to. But yeah, I feel as though I think this is going to be like a gradual change. So I don't know whether the actual results of this compassion and self-love, like whether you're going to see that within April, but rather I think the steps leading up to that will happen throughout the course of April. And then you may kind of see more evidence of that towards like the next couple of months, because there's like this gradual change that I'm seeing rather than like instant change. Just because of the way that she's kind of, I don't know, using the turtles as sort of stepping stones almost. It's giving me like this gradual, very like purposeful sort of energy. So yeah, my advice would be to kind of take things slow and be patient with yourself. Because I know like I'm also a Sagittarius, so I do kind of get that, you know, that like impatience that we have of like wanting things done like as soon as possible. So I think that is also going to be a test for you in the month of April. So we have the Hangman, which is Pisces energy. And then we have the Three of Pentacles in line with the Three of Cups. So number 3 may be significant for you this month. So the Three of Pentacles is often some sort of like collaborative effort. And as I said, with the Three of Cups, we have friendship. So you may be like working with friends on like a group project, or like working with like-minded people towards a common cause. You know what, I am going to put that there because there is space. And then we have the Hanged Man, which is Pisces energy. Which is all about like altering your perspective on something. So perhaps you're maybe kind of being called to alter your perspective in terms of the way that you like communicate with yourself. Kind of communicating with yourself the way that you would like a friend or a loved one. Then we have the Devil, which is Capricorn energy. I kind of feel like sometimes there may be a tendency to self-isolate when you're not feeling your best. And don't get me wrong, like sometimes we do need that time alone, but I think sometimes it can make us worse because when we're on our own, we're kind of given more time to overthink and overanalyze. So, you know, just be wary of that. Try and find balance between alone time and time spent with friends, because I think, yeah, I don't know, I'm just getting an air of loneliness with this Devil card. Maybe you kind of, because a lot of this read is about like friends and like collaborative effort, you know, like relationships with other people. I feel maybe there's like a tendency to, once we have these kind of interactions with people, maybe once we're on our own, we kind of start to overthink everything that we've said. So yeah, in that respect, try to, you know, embody that strength energy of gently sort of reminding yourself that it's okay to be yourself. And that there's like not reason to overthink conversations if you're, you know, with people that love you. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Things looking up. Good luck. We have the King of Cups on the bottom. So yeah, I feel as though this is you feeling more like emotionally stable, feeling a lot more love for yourself and others. Because I feel like when you start to kind of really embody that love within, you kind of end up like subconsciously radiating positivity. We do have these like little kind of fairies and sprites here, which is kind of reminding me of like childhood whimsy. So there is definitely something about like being your authentic self. Because when we're kids, we kind of, you know, before we start to soak up the world around us, we act as we are, you know, without fear of judgment or shame. So I feel as though if you're able to kind of embody that childhood whimsy, that'd be really good for you, I think. And it is interesting, I don't know whether my camera will pick it up, but there is like a fairy kind of holding a skull here. And skulls are often symbolic of transformation, so I feel as though this is a very kind of transformative month for you. Okay, so can we get like a little bit of encouragement or advice for Sagittarius? Okay, so we got the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. Yeah, I do feel as though, like, looking at the amount of major arcana that's within this spread, I feel like April is going to be a really integral month for you in terms of like growth and self-compassion, the relationship that you have with yourself. But the Hierophant is very much like a it's a very old energy about like tradition, religion, organizations. So perhaps that's where that group friendship aspect kind of comes in. So maybe there's some sort of organizational group that you're going to be working with throughout April. But I feel like there's this kind of, there's this part of you that is clinging on to this old belief system. Of like not fitting in with friendships, or I'm getting the words like cruel belief. And so I'm thinking that there's this kind of some sort of thought pattern or belief that you've had for years and years, hence the traditional element with the Hierophant. Where there's been like a lack of compassion and like an excess of judgment, shame, guilt. So I do feel as though, you know, it most likely is going to be like a bit of a struggle for you to alter this belief if it has been kind of something that you've been holding on to for a long time. But there are like a lot of promising cards here that I do feel like you will be able to overcome it. I just think it's going to take time. So yeah, as I said, make sure to be patient with yourself and take things slowly. Right, so can we get one last card? We have the Ten of Swords. Which I'm going to see that as the death of the old self. I think you guys are finally going to be able to put an end to this you know, this cruel inner monologue belief. And I think this process is going to be quite painful, because I think you're going to end up like realizing a lot about yourself that, you know, maybe you didn't necessarily want to look at. But, you know, I think in order for like true internal change to happen, we do have to look at the things that make us uncomfortable. Okay. It's a very deep reading. So I got you guys an affirmation card. So we have, relax and appreciate what you have to increase the flow of prosperity. And then I'm going to get you guys an oracle card from the Moonology deck. Can we get an oracle card for Sagittarius? This one. So we have step out of your comfort zone, which is essentially what I was just talking about, right? You know, in order to change anything about ourselves, our situation, we have to kind of look at whatever makes us feel uncomfortable. And last but not least, I'm going to get you guys an oracle card from the Divine Guidance deck. So yeah, I really am getting like an air of connectedness with this. This really is like reminding me of the Three of Cups. I don't know, there's just like this this like sisterhood that I'm almost getting, or like a reciprocal friendship. So yeah, I think if you can, at least try to have like an evening with a group of friends, or even just a friend. But yeah, there's definitely something about that within this reading. Alright, Sagittarius, thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye.